I came here to learn about China, and I have learned quite a bit from comrades who spoke before me. I would only want to pay tribute to the achievements on this National Day, the achievements of Chinese people. China, what did Chinese Revolution do? In fact, Chinese Revolution unleashed the productive forces and ingenuity of Chinese people, because up to 1500 AD, China was a very important country in the world. In fact, imperialism captured Asia and Africa with the help of three things: compass, printing press, and gunpowder. All three were inventions of China. So, in fact, what happened really is that the revolution unleashed the ingenuity of Chinese people. In fact, if you look at 1839, China was attacked by Britain. China was forced to import opium from India, which was under the control of British commercial interests. It is like asking, it is like today, Colombia attacking the United States, that they must import cocaine from them. So this was the situation at that time. So China has been growing at the rate of something 8, 9, 10% per year. But growth alone is not important. What is important is human development in terms of education, in terms of healthcare, in terms of development of minorities, as well as regional development, equal progress all over the region. So China has achieved that particular aspect of growth, which many other countries have not able to achieve. Today, I read the financial page of Guardian in view of the financial crisis, and the editor, the business editor of BBC wrote that financial power has decisively shifted from the United States to China. And if China could put its act together and wishes to do it, it can buy up the entire financial system of the United States. That is today. I mean, I'm not saying it. It is BBC's financial correspondent, editor, who wrote in The Guardian today. They have the capacity to buy up the entire banking system of the United States. That is the achievement of that revolution. So when we take stock of what happened after the revolution, it is enormous development. I mean, you have given some figures, but even if you look at the figures in 1949, life expectancy at the time of revolution was only under 40. People did not live more than 40 in 1949. And child mortality rate was over 20%, in fact. And in fact, every woman gave birth to something like, on average, 6 children. In 78, just the period of about under 30 years, in fact, what happened was that child mortality dropped from 20% to under 4%. And life expectancy went up to 62 years, from under 40 years. Moreover, the social development in terms of education, healthcare, infrastructure was carried out on a massive scale, which contributed to the welfare of Chinese people. China has helped many countries. So China has also helped Africa. There's a lot of programs coming on CNN comparing China with the Western imperialism in China, in Africa. This is absolute nonsense. China comes from a totally different historical background. As late as end of Ming Dynasty, Chinese ships used to come to East African ports, showing their flag, dispensing wisdom and trading, and in fact transferring technology. That was happening, and they had no part in the slave trade which the Western countries were preparing to carry out there, and followed by imperialism. So Chinese views have been totally different. And Chinese intervention in Africa has enhanced the income of African people. Let's take one example. Zambian copper was purchased at the rate of $2,000 a ton. China has intervened in the market, and today they are getting as much as $10,000 per ton because of Chinese intervention in Africa. China is also building roads, schools, hospitals in many, many areas. In fact, a few days ago, there was a Tanzanian minister on Al Jazeera television, and he said the Chinese, when they come to work in Africa, they work with Africans. They live with Africans. They don't drive 4x4 and order people about. They were building a bridge, I understand, and the Chinese workers were living in the tent next to African workers. When Western companies go and work in Africa, they drive 4x4, they had nothing to do with the Africans, and in fact, there is no virtually social contact as such among them. They order people around and then come back to their countries with having accumulated huge amounts of profit from theirs. Now, China, therefore, today, I should say, provides us with a model of economic and social development, which has been achieved as a result of revolution, and in fact, there is an opportunity for the rest of the world to copy China. Thank you.